When you meet people that speak other languages to you, one of the best way to communicate effectively is through body language and hand gestures. Here we give you the lowdown on some of Europe's most popular hand gestures and European body language, and what it all means. Various intercultural modes of communication in Europe. Part 1. The Fingertips Kiss. You may have seen this gesture overacted in a number of comedies and films, but it is actually real. A number of Europeans, especially in Italy, France, and Spain, use the fingertips kiss. This is when they bring their thumb and fingertips together, kiss them lightly and with enthusiasm, then toss their hand in the air. It's a positive gesture that means something is delicious or wonderful, and is most often used to describe the taste of food.
Personal space. In much of Southern Europe as well as in Spain, people are very affectionate even with strangers. Physical contact is very important in Spain and Italy. Friends will greet each other with hugs and kisses, even men and men. Conversations happen at a close distance, and if you take a step back in Spain, it is considered rude. People will often interrupt, but this is not considered rude, although it's best you don't try it yourself.
Part 3. Chin flick. This is the gesture of brushing the back of your hand underneath your chin in a flicking motion, means get lost or madly insulting way to tell someone no in Belgium, Northern Italy, and Tunisia. While in France, this gesture is known as la barbe or the breed and is the hand sign equivalent of macho grandstanding or putting on display his masculinity.
Queuing is a line of people usually standing or waiting for something. As we know, queues are a common everyday experience. Queues form because resources are limited. In fact, it makes economic sense to have a queue. For example, how many supermarkets tells you we need to avoid queuing? How many cars or buses would be needed if queue were to be avoided? If you have tickets in cinema, you have to join a long queue of standing people. In Spain and Italy, informal queuing is common, which means people will force their way to the front unless you proclaim to be queuing, you will not be recognized. In other countries, queuing means having patience and respect in other people.
Eyelid pull. The eyelid pull is when you place your finger in center of your eyelid and pull the skin downward. It's common in France, Italy, Spain, and Greece. However, in France and Greece, the signal is more of a warning in order to highlight they are watching you or keeping an eye on you. Whereas, in Spain and Italy, it is considered a friendlier warning that someone is clever or aware.
Forearm jerk. This is the action of punching your fist into your elbow joint while raising the other fist up in front of you. It will not get you a positive reaction in most parts of Southern Europe or Brazil, and it's used commonly by soccer fans wanting to send an offensive message to the fans of the opposing team. In England and Germany, it is a rude and threatening gesture telling you to get lost, and can also be a sexual gesture about women, but it is usually only used for this meaning without a woman's presence.
Head nod. The human head nod is vertical up and down or down and up movement that is often used to show agreement or comprehension while listening. The flex forward lowering motion of the skull is also used to emphasize an idea, an assertion, or a key speaking point. In some parts of Eastern Europe such as Greece, Bulgaria, and Turkey, the head nod sign no or disagreement. This is important to know if you ever going a country of Eastern Europe.
No, stop. Sniffing your nose in most countries in Europe means that something is top secret and should not be spoken of. Although in Italy it could mean watch out. It also originally meant that some is clever or is considered a treat in France and Belgium. And it can also mean that you and the other person forming a gesture know something that no one else knows. It is important to know if you are going to the country of Eastern Europe.
OK sign, OK gesture, or ring gesture. In most English-speaking countries, it denotes approval, agreement, and that is well or okay. In other contexts or cultures, similar gestures may have different meanings or connotations, including those that are negative, offensive, financial, numerical, devotional, political, or purely linguistic. The OK sign is fairly common throughout North America and UK, where you join your thumb and forefinger to make a circle and leave your three fingers straight, and is usually considered one of the positive European hand gestures. However, in France, this actually means zero, nothing, or worthless, and it is also insulting in Greece, Italy, and Turkey.
When traveling in Europe, the language barrier can make it difficult to communicate with the locals effectively, but hopefully, with a little training and understanding European hand gestures and body language, you'll be able to enjoy your travels more thoroughly, knowing how to express yourself with subtle language cues and effective body language. Those are just some bits of information about Europe's vast cultural modes of communication. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.